Archangel Michael says, the eyes on you right now are not ordinary. They are following your every move with an intention you have not yet discovered. Something about your recent actions has triggered a chain reaction that has placed you under an invisible spotlight. You have felt it in the way certain conversations suddenly stop when you enter the room. The slight hesitation in voices when you ask a direct question. The uneasy glances from people you thought were entirely on your side. This is not paranoia, it's a silent confirmation that your presence has become a subject of deep interest. There is a reason for this sudden shift, and it is far more significant than idle curiosity. The truth is, someone is gathering information on you with precision, as if preparing for something monumental. The kind of preparation that can change your life in an instant. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They are not simply watching, they are analyzing. Every detail, every habit, every pattern of your day has been quietly recorded in their mind. This goes beyond personal interest and into something that has layers of secrecy wrapped around it. There are plans in motion that you have not been informed of, but the people involved seem to know everything about you. They've studied your reactions, tested your limits, and even created situations just to observe your choices. The unsettling part is that they are not acting alone. There's a network, a silent group, that shares what they discover about you in whispers and coded messages. They believe you are connected to something far bigger than you realize. And they are not wrong, your name has been spoken in places you've never set foot in. Decisions are being made in your absence that will soon come crashing into your reality. Type Amen to get blessing 624. The energy around you has changed, becoming denser, heavier, as if you are walking through a cloud of hidden intentions. These watchers are not just strangers, they include people you once trusted. You've been wondering why certain friends are suddenly distant, why invitations have stopped, why conversations feel scripted. This is part of the process. They are limiting your access to information while keeping theirs wide open. Archangel Michael says, this is not to instill fear in you but to awaken your awareness. You must see beyond the surface of smiles and polite words. What is unfolding is a test of your strength, your discernment, and your ability to hold your ground. You are standing on the edge of a revelation that will expose every hidden hand that has tried to control your path. Type Amen to get blessing 917. There will be signs, small at first, that confirm everything you are reading right now. A misplaced item that was never misplaced by you. A conversation that references something you never shared openly. A stranger who knows your name without introduction. These are breadcrumbs leading you toward the heart of the truth. The watchers are confident that you won't connect the dots quickly enough. They underestimate your ability to notice the details. In the days ahead, you will encounter moments where the air shifts the moment you enter a space. Where your instincts will scream louder than logic. Do not ignore these warnings, they are the map to your safety. They have already documented enough about you to take the next step. But what they don't know is that divine intervention has already stepped in to rewrite the ending. Type Amen to get blessing 542. Your life is at a turning point where exposure and protection will collide. The same eyes that watch you now will soon be blinded by the truth that surfaces. Some will retreat, ashamed of their involvement. Others will double down, trying desperately to salvage their plan. But it will be too late, the moment of reversal will come suddenly, like a door slamming shut. You will be called to make a decision that cannot be delayed. It will determine who walks with you into the next chapter and who gets left behind permanently. And when it happens, you will understand why you have been under this intense scrutiny all along. The shadows that linger around you are not by accident. They are placed with intention, carefully positioned to ensure that you remain under observation from angles you cannot easily detect. Even when you think you are alone, there is a presence just out of sight, documenting your every choice. They are studying not just what you do, but how you respond when under pressure. They want to see if you break, if you hesitate, or if you stand firm when cornered. This is not a casual interest, it is an assessment for a much bigger purpose. The weight of this attention is beginning to affect your energy. You've noticed sudden exhaustion without reason, moments where you feel drained after being in certain places or around specific people. This is because they are not just watching, they are taking from you, your focus, your calm, your natural flow. Archangel Michael says, you must understand that this is a battle for control over your destiny, disguised as simple curiosity. Type Amen to get blessing 451. Their eyes are not kind, and their interest is not harmless. The people in this circle are motivated by both envy and fear, envy of your potential and fear of what you might become if left unchallenged. They are desperate to find something they can use to weaken you. They have already tried subtle tactics, placing doubts in the minds of others about you, altering small details of your story when they share it, creating a version of you that fits their agenda. These false narratives are their tools, designed to spread slowly until they become accepted as truth. But here is the danger for them: the truth is harder to bury than they imagine. The more they try to twist it, the more cracks begin to show in their lies. Soon, even their closest allies will start to question the versions of events they've been fed. And when that moment comes, the watchers will no longer be in control of the story. Type Amen to get blessing 728. You have already felt certain energies shifting, people who once avoided you now suddenly showing interest, conversations that feel like rehearsed traps, questions that seem harmless but have sharp edges. This is all part of the same orchestrated plan. Your name has been discussed in hidden rooms, your habits analyzed like a puzzle they're desperate to solve. What they don't realize is that their obsession with you is drawing divine attention onto them. Every move they make is being recorded in a higher court they cannot escape. There is an urgency in the air now, a sense that time is running short for them. They are accelerating their efforts, hoping to act before you fully awaken to the truth. But what they fail to understand is that the moment you realize the depth of what's happening, the entire balance of power will shift. Type Amen to get blessing 612. They have already overplayed their hand in small ways, accidentally revealing information they should not know, showing up in places where you never mentioned you would be, and making comments that hint at private moments you never shared publicly. Each slip is a signal, and you have been catching more of them lately. The pieces are starting to fit together in your mind, and once you have the full picture, there will be no going back. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself for the unveiling. It will not be a slow reveal but a sudden rush of truth that demands you take action immediately. The watchers will not expect you to turn the focus back on them so quickly. And when you do, their entire network will start to unravel in front of your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 899. They believe they are in control now, but the ground beneath them is unstable. Each step they take is being guided toward a point where their actions will be exposed without warning. Some of them are already feeling the pressure, speaking less, avoiding eye contact, shifting their tone when your name is mentioned. They can sense that something is coming, even if they can't see it yet. In the days ahead, there will be a moment when the watching stops and the speaking begins. The silence they have kept will break, and what comes out will shock even you. It will not just be one person, it will be a wave of confessions, each one pulling back the curtain further than the last. Their whispers travel through unseen corridors, carrying pieces of your life into the ears of people you never imagined would know so much about you. Every detail, from the way you move to the tone of your voice, is being stored away as if they are building a file on you. The unsettling part is, they believe they already know how your story will end. But they are wrong. What they have failed to consider is that their every move is also being watched from above. The very forces they try to hide from are the ones keeping track of their missteps. The same way they stalk your steps, divine light is stalking theirs. Archangel Michael says, you will soon see a sudden collapse in their confidence. One mistake will lead to another, until their carefully crafted plan becomes their undoing. And when that moment comes, you won't even need to lift a finger, the truth will handle the rest. This is why you have been feeling an unusual shift in your energy. Type Amen to get blessing 552. Certain days have felt heavier than others, as though the air itself is warning you to stay alert. These are the days when their observation is at its peak, when they are closest to acting on the information they've gathered. You felt the change in your body, a sudden chill when no window is open, a quickening heartbeat without any obvious cause. These are not random sensations, they are the signs of proximity, the silent alarm of being targeted. They think they are blending into the background, but their energy is louder than their footsteps. And the more they watch, the more they reveal themselves to you without realizing it. In the quiet moments, you've already sensed who some of them are. Type Amen to get blessing 784. The strange calls that hang up when you answer, the glances that linger too long in crowded places, the friend who suddenly starts asking specific questions they never cared about before, these are all pieces of the same puzzle. They are moving in closer now, testing boundaries to see how far they can push without triggering suspicion. What they don't know is that their presence has already been felt, and every attempt they make to hide only sharpens your awareness. Some of them are doing this for personal gain, while others are acting under instructions from someone higher. There is a leader among them, someone who holds the threads of this web together. This is the one who fears you the most. Soon, their identity will no longer be a mystery. Type Amen to get blessing 691. The signs will come in unexpected ways. A document will surface that should never have been in your possession. A message meant for someone else will find its way to you. A name will be spoken in your presence that makes everything click into place. When it happens, you will understand that nothing about this was coincidental. The watchers were planted for a reason, but the reason is about to turn against them. Their plan relied on your silence, but your voice will be the very thing that dismantles it. Archangel Michael says, you will be protected when this moment comes. No matter how intense their reaction, the shield around you will hold strong. They will watch in disbelief as their control slips through their hands. And for the first time, the eyes that once followed you will look away in defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 447. They may try to disappear after that, vanishing into the shadows they once used to study you. But their absence will only confirm their guilt. People will begin to connect the dots, realizing how deeply they were involved. The same network that supported them will start to crumble, as doubt spreads through its members. Without trust, their unity will fall apart. Without unity, their influence will dissolve. You, on the other hand, will walk forward lighter than ever before. The weight of their gaze will lift, and the freedom that follows will be unlike anything you've felt in a long time. But until then, remain steady. The end of their watch is closer than they think. The one who has been orchestrating this watch over you moves carefully, never revealing too much at once. They hide behind layers of other people, using them as shields so that their own identity remains concealed. Every instruction they give is delivered through another mouth, another hand, so it cannot be traced back to them easily. But lately, cracks have begun to form in their disguise. A careless word, a misplaced document, a meeting that ended too quickly, all of these are hints that the leader is losing grip on the secrecy they have relied on. They know time is against them, and desperation is starting to push them into mistakes. You have already crossed paths with them without realizing it. There was a moment when you stood close, exchanged words, maybe even shook hands, never knowing this was the very person controlling the eyes on you. That memory will soon return to you with a sharp clarity. And when it does, the game will change entirely. Type Amen to get blessing 906. The watchers themselves are beginning to feel uneasy. They sense the leader's fear, and it makes them question their loyalty. When cracks appear at the top, the rest of the structure starts to weaken. Some are already pulling back, skipping their usual routines of observation. Others are hesitating before delivering information, worried about what might happen if they are caught in the middle. This tension is a sign their foundation is shaking. The more they falter, the more the truth will seep through. Small revelations will come from unlikely sources, slipping out during casual conversations, or hidden inside unrelated events. You must listen closely now. These clues will be the keys to unlocking the full picture. Each piece will lead you closer to the one who has been watching from the shadows the longest. Type Amen to get blessing 377. Archangel Michael says, you are not meant to walk into this blindly. The guidance around you is strong, and the timing of your awakening has been perfectly aligned. You were never meant to be a victim of this plan, you were meant to rise above it and see it for what it truly is. The watchers underestimated your resilience. They thought the weight of constant surveillance would wear you down, make you easier to control. But instead, it has sharpened your instincts and made you more aware than ever before. Now, every step they take toward you only strengthens your position. They cannot touch you without revealing themselves, and they cannot retreat without raising suspicion. They are trapped in the very web they created. And soon, they will realize you have been quietly turning their tactics against them. Type Amen to get blessing 815. Your silence has been your greatest weapon. By not reacting to their every move, you have forced them to overcommit, to show more of their plan than they intended. They believe you are unaware, when in truth, you have been observing just as much as they have. Every piece of information they gathered is now a piece of evidence against them. Every time they tried to manipulate your path, they left a trace behind. These traces are adding up, forming a chain that leads directly to the leader's door. The moment this chain is complete, everything will spill out. It will not just be a quiet reveal, it will be a public one, undeniable and irreversible. The shock will not be yours to carry, it will be theirs. And they will never watch you the same way again. The leader's presence is closer now than ever before. You may not see their face yet, but their influence can be felt in the sudden changes around you, the way certain people act strangely quiet, the shift in how situations unfold, the feeling that someone is deliberately controlling the flow of events in your life. They have tightened their circle, relying only on those who have proven absolute loyalty. But loyalty in such schemes is fragile, it lasts only as long as the benefits do. The moment fear outweighs reward, cracks appear, and secrets start to slip through. And that moment is fast approaching. Already, one of their trusted allies is second-guessing their role, wondering if they've gone too far. This person is holding a piece of the truth that could bring the entire operation crashing down. When that piece falls into your hands, everything will shift. Type Amen to get blessing 622. You might receive it as a whispered warning, a folded note, or even an anonymous message. At first, it may seem small, almost insignificant. But when you place it alongside everything you've been piecing together, it will be the missing fragment you've been waiting for. The watchers will not be prepared for your reaction. They expect fear, retreat, or silence. Instead, you will meet their gaze, not with intimidation, but with the calm certainty of someone who already knows how this ends. This will be the moment their confidence shatters. Their long-held belief that they controlled the narrative will evaporate as they realize you are not their subject, you are their mirror. And in that mirror, they will see their own downfall. Type Amen to get blessing 519. Archangel Michael says, this turning point is not about revenge, it is about liberation. Once their web dissolves, the grip they have on your path will loosen, and the road ahead will open wider than it has in years. Their greatest mistake was believing that power came from secrecy. But divine timing thrives in exposure. The light that is coming will not just reveal their faces, it will show every hidden intention, every step they took in the dark. Some of them will try to run from the truth. They will leave quietly, pretending they were never involved. But the truth has a way of marking those who tried to hide from it, and their names will be remembered for their role in this. You, however, will emerge untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 702. The energy around you will change so drastically that even you will be surprised at how quickly the heaviness lifts. No more second-guessing the motives of those around you, no more feeling eyes on your back at every turn. This freedom will come with clarity. You will see exactly who stood against you, who stayed silent, and who stood with you in moments you didn't even know they were there. This knowledge will guide you into your next chapter with a sharper sense of who belongs in your life. And as for the leader, the one who started it all, they will face a fall so unexpected that even their closest allies won't be able to protect them. Their name will become a cautionary tale, their plan nothing but a failed attempt that made you stronger. The watchers will have no reason to return. The final stage of their plan is already in motion, but what they don't know is that the same stage is about to trap them. The leader believes they are moving undetected, carefully pushing pieces across the board to corner you. What they fail to realize is that divine eyes have been tracking them with the same precision they used on you. A single slip is all it takes for their identity to come into focus. That slip will not be dramatic. It will be subtle, but enough to connect every shadow, every whisper, every strange event back to them. Once that link is made, there will be no going back. You will feel it before you see it. The tension will break like a thread snapping in silence, and suddenly the air will shift. Conversations will change tone, eyes will avoid yours, and the watchers will scatter like dust caught in a sudden wind. It will be the moment they realize you know. Type Amen to get blessing 844. The leader will not face you directly at first. They will send others to test you, to see how much you've uncovered. These encounters will feel casual on the surface, but you will hear the weight in their words, the hidden questions they hope you answer without thinking. But you won't give them anything. Your silence will speak louder than your voice. It will make them uneasy because it forces them to question what you know and how you found out. This uncertainty will spread among the watchers like wildfire. Those who were once confident in their roles will begin to doubt, and doubt is the poison that destroys trust from within. The collapse will begin quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 631. Archangel Michael says, the exposure will not be slow, it will be swift and undeniable. One truth will come out, and it will set off a chain reaction, each revelation leading to another. The web that has held you in place will tear apart in seconds. The leader will stand alone, stripped of the loyal eyes that once did their bidding. Their protection will crumble, and their name will be spoken with a mixture of shock and disgust. The very people who once followed their orders will turn away from them. You will not have to fight for this moment, it will unfold naturally, as though every step has been leading to this outcome. The same energy they used to watch you will now be turned toward their own downfall. Type Amen to get blessing 512. The heaviness you've carried will vanish almost instantly. Where there was tension, there will be clarity. Where there was fear, there will be unshakable calm. Those who once avoided your truth will now seek it out. Some will come with apologies, others with confessions, trying to explain their silence. You will listen, but you will not forget, you have learned too much about the value of discernment. The watchers will fade into the background, their power dissolved. The leader will carry the weight of their exposure, unable to rebuild the influence they once had. And you will walk forward into a life where no shadow has the right to follow you again. This is the turning point they never